Here we go.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers, Game Director on Path of Exile 2, and welcome to GGG Live. We have a huge amount of stuff to share today, so it's going to be a good one. Twitch drops are enabled on today's live stream, so you'll be able to claim the Red Queen's font hideout decoration by following the instructions below. Okay, so with that out of the way, time to roll the trailer for Path of Exile 2, Return of the Ancients.
Hold on, I have to update my hashtag ad.
Once lay dormant. Now return. We who came before.
Yeah, we're in the PoE 2 category.
Behold, the first edict.
Ooh! The Origins of Divinity, Original Sin 2, Larian Studios collab. 30 new endgame air. What? New Arbiter, Pinnacle boss. Oh, he looks so cool. New Dota map. Wow. Wow. Okay. Ritual reworked. The more I played Ritual, the less I liked it, so I'm glad that they're redoing it. Oh, wow. Waking the Dreamer. Genesis tree crafting. Oh, God. I was about to say something, but I forgot I was sponsored.
We become one.
New endgame quest, the Hare and the Raven. Okay, they're just reworking everything. Damn. Diving head first. Pelvic thrusting first. Oh, wow. Kalguran skills. What that means. Holy. Kind of looks like the sun guy. Or the ocean. Okay, that looks so cool.
Hunt like it's your last.
Continue the search.
Yeah, this is the entirely new game. They said, girl on board, let me just create a new game.
Now see how your story ends.
Spirit Walker Ascendancy. Oh, fuck. Let's go. Let's go. Oh. Okay, I might actually play Monk this time.
To face us is to face oblivion.
Did anyone see a sword in this trailer? Because I didn't. Still no signs. I was looking for the sword.
So as you can see, there's just so much going on in Return of the Ancients, it's hard for even us to keep track of it all. Now, we promised that this one was going to revamp the in-game, and I'm very excited to talk about it. But first, we've got to talk about the League. So to do that, I'm going to hand things over to Mark.
They're like, we've determined swords are too fun, so we actually decided to remove it from early access
Now, for those of you who are new to
development.
Path of Exile, each time we release an update, we also release a new league. Not only do we have a new economy, but we also introduce new content through the campaign which gives you a fresh play experience right from the start of the game, as well as new mechanics, storylines, and in-game bosses. In the Runes of Elder League, you will encounter a man being attacked by the
A
undead enclave.
man.
After saving him, he introduces himself as Pharaoh, a young
Pharaoh.
blacksmith trying to bring back the ancient art of Ezomite runesmithing.
Ooh.
He has been collating his discoveries in a tome and is keen to show you how runesmithing works.
You just
By inscribing symbols on these ancient
just like
Ezomite
his
remnants,
runes.
you can create all manner of old magics. Unfortunately, on doing so, the corpses of the nearby undead are revived and
Uh-oh.
infused with some of the latent power,
Oh, hell
making
no.
for a difficult fight.
Okay, I'm thinking I either try the Spirit Walker
After defeating these monsters,
Ascendancy
Pharaoh
or
realizes
the martial
that runesmithing
artist.
is a dangerous business, and he is going to need the help of someone a little more martially inclined to discover these secrets. He lends you his tome and asks that you note down anything you discover when you return to him.
Uh-huh.
In each
Right.
area in the Runes of Elder League, you will find a remnant, and as you approach it, you will notice that some symbols are already present, and some are waiting for you to fill them in. Depending on which symbols are already present, you will have different options for which items you can create using this magic. For example, if you combine Tempest and Lightning, you can create an Orb of Augmentation.
Okay. When can I create my Mirror of Kalandra?
But be careful. The symbols used to craft the items also empower the monsters around the remnant, who will be revived as undead to fight again with different properties depending on what runes you used. So, if you use a fire rune in your recipe, the monsters will be empowered with fire. Or if you use a moon rune, lunar
Ooh,
beams will rain down as you
moonbeams.
fight the monsters.
Ooh, that's cool. Moonbeams. +1 augmentation orb. I'm rich.
After the fight,
Guys,
break
we're
the
rich.
remnant to receive the item you crafted. As you get higher level, you will start to find remnants with more slots for more runes, allowing you to craft rarer items. As the number of slots increases though, more waves of monsters will be added,
Okay, interesting.
with each wave being empowered by more and more of the runes.
I like it. I like that jade special effect on his attacks.
And this can get pretty dicey, because some
Is
of
that
the
a
runes can have
cosmetic?
powerful effects.
It's a support gem.
Like the Oath rune, which will cause one monster to be nominated as a leader,
What?
spawning waves of minions. The
Oh, hell
leader
nah.
itself will be invincible, but killing its minions will deal damage to it.
It's gonna have what's it called? Tangibility and close proximity and extra
Some
extra
recipes
energy
can get
shield
pretty
and
large,
shield regen.
requiring 6, 7,
6,
or even 8
7.
runes. But don't worry,
said
you
it.
won't have to remember them. Pharaoh's runecrafting book will record all the options, allowing you to simply pick which one you want to craft, given the existing runes that are already on the remnant. To expand your knowledge and to allow you to craft more items, Pharaoh has asked that you keep an eye out for
RuneScape.
signs of runic magic around Rayclast. He wants to document anything you find in order to rediscover the secrets of Ezomite runesmiths of old.
This is just the soft launch into escaping the runes.
The first of these can be found in Ogham, and reveals to you an ancient secret, buried deep underground. The runic magic which the Ezomites believe to be their own is actually of Kalguran origin.
Kalguran.
Thousands of years ago, the Kalgurans came to Rayclast to find sources of Verisium, a metal on which engraved runes allow control over reality.
Yep. Das
Pharaoh
ist
is
gut.
determined to learn these ancient ways and
Das
gain
ist
mastery over
rune.
them. If you can bring him more Verisium, he'll be able to use it to smith power into any armor, granting you Runic Ward, the power harnessed by the Kalgurans since ancient times. Runic Ward is a new resource that protects you from death. Should you run out of life, your Runic Ward will kick
Zakoa,
in,
the
sustaining
head
your body until
crusher.
your life can return. It effectively acts as an extra life pool.
The spider monkey.
Of course,
Monkey
should
spider.
you take enough damage to run out of that, you will still die.
Well, damn.
Every single piece of armor in the game can be upgraded this way,
Whoa.
even uniques.
Wait, what?
Some are just a strict upgrade, giving Runic Ward with no downside.
Wow.
Others are more extreme, sacrificing defenses to get a much larger amount of Runic Ward.
Wait, so runic
There are
ward
even some that add new modifiers to uniques entirely,
can be
making
added
them
to
much more
everything?
viable for higher level play.
Wait, what? That's
The
kind of
Kalgurans
cool.
use Runic Ward for more than
What
just
the
a
heck?
defense. It can also be used to power many other magics. Instead of using gems created from corruption, the Kalgurans used runes of power and fueled them with Runic Ward. Many of the options available from Remnant crafting are new types of Kalguran skills that exclusively spend Runic Ward to wreak havoc. An example is Triskelion Cascade. Using it will cause your next spell to be triggered multiple times in a Triskelion pattern. You can use it with skills like
Triskelion.
Ice Nova that you cast from yourself,
Triskelion.
or with something you target at a distance, like Comet.
Comet build.
There are also
Cock
skills to modify
build.
existing effects using
Cast
runic
on
magic,
crit.
like Frost Flame
Cast
Nova.
on
Using this skill on a pack of
Crit.
burning enemies will transform the Ignite into Frostfire, both burning them and building up freeze at the
wow,
same time.
Frostfire. That's such a cool effect.
You have basic buffs like Hollow Shell that guards all nearby allies, to more complicated mechanics like the Mark of Repulsion that creates a mark
I'm
capable
repulsed,
of
I'm
pushing away
repulsed.
all nearby enemies.
Don't you want them to not
Instead
be
of spending
pushed away
mana,
though?
like skill gems
And like
do,
grouped up?
all these skills cost Runic Ward, and unlike gems, they don't have a color. This means that they don't care about attribute requirements, or what kind of weapon you use. These skills are designed to be used on any class, and so often interact with mechanics that apply across many characters. By combining different runes together, the Kalgurans were able to support their runic abilities, and you can as well. There is
Whenever
also
I make
set
a
of
new
runic supports
character,
that can be
I
combined
always
with
end
regular
up
skill
trying to
gems
make it
in
into
interesting
an aura
ways.
bot, an aura kitten.
Concussive runes allows you to add these
That's where I
concussive
fall
shockwaves
short.
to any skill that stuns.
I just want to be an aura kitten.
While Runic Infusion lets you spend ward to directly empower the damage on any skill.
A path of
Now,
princess.
there are other quests during the campaign too that unlock even more interesting crafting methods. Buried deep in the jungle in Act 3, you can find the Mystic Refuge, containing even more secrets for Pharaoh to learn from. Using this knowledge, he gains the ability to reforge unique weapons.
Into
With
what?
this technique, many low-level unique weapons can be upgraded to do significantly
Wait,
more damage.
what? Wait, so you
Now,
can
we've
actually.
been able to take a bunch of uniques that had interesting modifiers,
Oh
but were not
my-
in-game viable, and give them a bit of a boost
Let's
to get
go!
them. And it's not just low-level uniques. All Kalguran uniques are able to be runeforged this way too.
Wait, that's so
and they can do
fucking
some pretty interesting
massive.
things. Like Searle's Grit, a new unique, which when runeforged can get one of
It
several
actually
different
becomes
outcomes.
viable. Well, you
Now,
already
there is still
probably could
so
make it
much more
viable,
that
but
you
it
can
becomes
craft with
even
remnants.
better.
There are also 100 new runes, as well as many other new crafting currencies. This is the runes of Eldur after all, and some of these runes have quite powerful effects. For example, this elemental conversion rune will convert all the existing mods on a non-unique weapon from one element to another.
What?
Using it, you could combine a weapon with all 3 elemental damage mods into a single element.
Wait, what?
Making a weapon with massive amounts of cold damage.
Oh my god.
There is also a rune that lets you destroy your rune sockets to turn them into a dual socket on your item.
I'm crying.
And there are even crafting meta runes that can unlock new types of mods when used with regular crafting. For example, this Rune of Chronomancy will unlock a set of time-related mods to be crafted on your boots. Once placed inside, use regular crafting orbs to attempt to get new mods like cooldown speed or increased skill effectuation.
Okay, what?
You can also create a new type of currency called alloys.
Alloy.
Using regular metals alloyed with verisium,
My leg
new modifiers
tears,
not
I
normally
know.
available
I have
can be
many
directly
tears down
crafted
my
onto
leg
your
right
items.
now. It's
Using
just flowing
imbued
like a
alloy
waterfall.
Could improve your ailment damage, for example. There are honestly so many options here that unlock all sorts of crazy crafting projects. So I think people will be experimenting with these for a long time. Once you get to King's March in Act 4,
King's
Pharaoh
March.
finally meets Danig, a real Kalguran runesmith. And riddled with excitement,
Wait, I thought we have
he
already
wants to
met
learn how to
Danig.
merge
Isn't he
modern
from
Kalguran techniques
Expeditions?
with the ancient knowledge that he has found. From here on, Pharaoh joins in the Kalguran expeditions that Danig has been leading. With the ancient knowledge that Pharaoh brings to the table, the Kalguran expeditions that Danig has been going on will change significantly. For those of you who haven't played it, the Expedition League mechanic involves carefully placing explosives,
Okay.
uncovering the buried dead,
Exploding the
and recovering verisium
runes,
from them.
escaping the
By
land.
choosing where to place the
RuneScape,
explosives,
call that
you
RuneScaping.
can choose which kind of challenges you'd like to face, or rewards you would like to claim. But unlike before, expeditions now contain the remnants from Runes of Eldur, allowing you to do some
Eldor.
specific crafts along the way using the new League crafting mechanic.
I actually kind of like. I hated expeditions
One very
before, but I
important
like
difference
them
from the
now.
simple remnant encounters, though, is that the empowerments that the remnants grant apply to every monster down the explosive line for the rest of the encounter, stacking together. This can lead to some pretty extreme situations. If you stack too many remnants, you might be in for a fight beyond your abilities, but the rewards can be very worth it.
Yeah.
Each mod on the monster is improving the items that they can drop.
Monta.
Once you get to the endgame, you will find that the Atlas has changed substantially. To the south, you will now find the coastline of Rayclast, with the ocean beyond.
Wow.
King's March has not fared well after the
Wait, so it's just
cataclysm,
always going to be
and
south on the
lays
map?
in ruins. Rog's shop has been destroyed,
Life.
but he is much more concerned about his wife, Gwenin.
Gwen.
He would like to launch an expedition
a
deep into the
chonker.
ocean to find her. And this begins a new major mechanic for expedition.
Why do
the
games
ocean.
always do that to bigger
Previously,
characters?
a
They make
logbook
them
was a
look so
single
goofy.
encounter. Now, using a logbook, you can send ships to explore an area of the ocean to the southeast, uncovering a range of islands
I
to
like the
begin your search for Gwenin.
beach
You can hop from island to island, doing
tile
many new
set.
encounters.
They're
There are
one of my
islands with
favorites.
expeditions, grand expeditions, new bosses, and all
New
sorts of other
boss.
unique things to find. Eventually, you will find the island that Gwenin has been holed up on.
Because it's a straight line.
It turns
Yeah, I
out that
hate
she has
indoor
found the
tile
tomb of an
sets.
ancient
They're
cowgirl,
my least favorite.
Medved. While she appreciates you coming to her rescue, she is still keen to blow open the doors of the vault and take whatever you can find inside.
Oh, jumping in the hole.
It's just a shame that Medved isn't as dead as you previously assumed.
Wow. He's got bigger top tiles than me.
Now, after you have defeated Medved, you will find
Medved.
another logbook. And this time you can use it to choose which direction you want to explore. The ocean is vast and contains a huge number of new islands to find. With each logbook, you can explore one sector and you can go as deep as you like.
Damn.
There are all sorts of interesting objects to uncover and dungeons to explore.
There's one
Many
tile
of the
set
islands
in
have
this game that I
expeditions with
really
totally
don't
new
like though.
mechanics.
It's the one that's like
So,
it's
for example,
it
here
seems
is a
very
volcanic
open,
island
but
with
there's
voltaic sulfite.
it's like vertical, so like
Blowing
there's
up the
hills.
sulfite will unleash extra waves of enemies.
You can't like completely traverse it without being like stopped.
But there is also this wall with a suspicious light coming from behind it. On blowing it open, a giant ogre comes out, and he is determined to eat as much sulfite as possible.
Oh yeah.
The more sulfite mounds that you have blown up, the more empowered and the more rewarding he will
Oh
become.
yeah.
These islands contain all sorts of little secrets that you can find and blow up. Free trapped wisps.
The wisp
open brute
always got me
doors.
killed, I ain't gonna lie.
Even
like
Ray's ancient
the
precursor
best way to
technology.
die.
And of course, more bosses. There are more and further vaults to blow up, and one of them in particular is pretty important. The Tomb of Uhtred, the Star Drinker.
Ooh. Uhtred.
Uhtred was responsible for calling down the meteors of Verisium, which the Kalgurans used to power their ancient magic. And
Wow.
upon defeating him, he calls down a truly gigantic one into the ocean nearby.
Okay, Radon. Okay, holding back the stars.
On visiting it, you find that it is shrouded by a strange energy emanating from the Verisium core of the meteor within. There is something growing in there.
Oh my god, and another
It can't
boss.
be anything good.
It's that spider
In order
one,
to
isn't
gain
it?
entry, Danik suggests that the Triskelion Flame, an ancient Kalguran artifact that can absorb and cancel the effects of Verisium magic, could be used to enter. But to find it, you will need to locate the Tomb of Olroth, leader of the Knights of the Sun.
The Knights of the Sun. The Knights.
Defeat him and gain access to whatever eldritch nightmare is growing inside.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Now, we're not going to spoil the boss, but one thing you should know is that the Verisium that makes up the core of the meteor is of a quality that has not been available for millennia.
Wow. Meteor. Meteor strike.
Bringing this to Pharaoh and Danik
was actually just
should allow them
Doomfist
to
all
forge
along.
some objects of power, the creation of which has been lost to time. So that's the League, and there is a lot going on. To
Thank
sum
you,
all that up,
Humblebee.
there is
Thank
a new
you.
encounter with over 30 new monster types and over 30
Thank you,
new rune
Bloodhound.
modifiers to enhance them. You can
Thank you,
create
thank
more
you.
than 100 new runes to craft your gear, as well as dozens of other new currency items. And there are new quests added to the campaign to unlock even more new crafting options. Rune forging armors,
Rune. A rune.
upgrading uniques, dozens of new Kalguran skills and supports, tons of new islands to discover by exploring the ocean, 5 new bosses, including a new pinnacle boss,
Wowzers.
and a bunch of new uniques to top it off.
I am
But
always
there is
super,
still a
super,
ton
super
more to
hyped
come.
for
It's time to
the
talk about
uniques,
the
'cause they're one of my
massive changes to
favorite
the in-game. But for
build
that,
crafting,
I'll hand
or
it
like
back
my
to
build
Jonathan.
defining.
Now, as Mark hinted at before,
Stuffs.
the in-game atlas is very different now, and the ocean to the south is the least of the changes. The entire area around your starting location is now teeming with new questlines and things to discover. Will you investigate the strange forest to the west, the cracks in the earth to the east, or perhaps visit the ruins of a Val city in the north? The atlas now has fixed points of interest at specific locations, giving you specific objectives that are easy to find. Like before though, no matter which objective you choose, going to towers to see what's out there is always a good idea.
I think I'm
The
just
first time
really
you do that,
happy
though,
about
something
how
new
the end game
happens.
changed so
The
much
earth
since the
shakes,
first time it's
and a
released.
gigantic fortress
Oh.
rises from the earth. A remnant of the ancient precursor civilization.
Oh. Okay. What?
The cataclysm of the beast has caused an ancient protocol to be invoked. Should corruption ever take hold to this degree, the world must be scoured and purged of corruption.
Oh. Okay, that literally
You'll need
looks
to
like
make your way
Horus
into the fortress and
from
activate the
Smite.
gates. Gain the keys to reach these ancient precursor weapons and disarm them. but this will be no easy task. The fortress has many
I
areas to
just
explore
love that
and
that
many new things
jade,
to find.
the jade
You'll
gems
power up
that
ancient
his
machines,
attack does.
fight new and deadly foes,
So colorful, so pretty.
discover many new areas, and uncover some dark secrets. Now, the Fortress is the first of the new full in-game storylines that we're adding in 050, and there's a lot going on with it. But not only that,
Dang, we're
there's some pretty
halfway
cool
to
new mechanics as well.
1.0.
The areas inside the Fortress are special. Many of them have new mechanics or rewards that they grant. Like this map, where all the rares are contained in essence crystals. Or this one, which replaces all monster packs in the area with strongboxes.
I feel like 1.0 is probably gonna
Or
release
this
early
one, which
next
spawns in as
year.
Mary Spirit that always moves on from a
That's
rare
my
after you kill it,
predictions.
allowing
That's
you to
my
chase it through the
predictions,
entire
y'all.
map.
You've sworn
Now,
off the game
just like the
till
normal areas of the
1.0.
Atlas, you'll need to fight the map boss of each area to complete the map. But unlike a normal map, the ones in the fortress each contain precursor nodes after the boss, and activating these nodes will give you points for the new and improved Atlas
I remember
passage.
when that boss, every like game journalist was like dying
Now, we
to that
had
and
an
couldn't
Atlas
complete
passage
it when
before,
they
but
had
it was
like
one of the areas of
early
the in-game that just
access.
wasn't up to scratch. The Atlas tree now works quite a lot differently. We have significantly upgraded the kind of mechanics that you can find on the Atlas tree. Like this one, that gives a chance to make rogue exiles you fight retreat from combat
They made it seem like it was the hardest boss
and
ever.
move to
They
an
were like,
adjacent
oh
map.
my god, this boss is so
Before you fight them
difficult.
again, they'll upgrade their gear and come back with a grudge this time. There are also a lot of nodes that combine mechanics together in new ways, like this one, which lets Ismeri spirits possess strongboxes. All the regular monsters that come out of them are touched by the spirit, and the rares are all possessed, giving you some incredible loot potential.
Oh god, I hate when the box has the freaking chaos orbs.
You get points from every single area you complete in the fortress, and unlike before, that means you can allocate the entire Atlas tree. Yes, this whole tree can be yours. This change is
Wow.
pretty important, since it allows us to be able to create many types of bonuses that we wouldn't have been able to create before.
Wait,
Like
so
this
that's a
one,
new
which gives a
Atlas
chance for
tree?
cities to
Like
be
a new
invaded by another faction,
Atlas tree or a
and can even
rework?
allow it to contain 2 faction leaders, allowing you to get 2 crisis fragments. If we'd done this kind of thing in the
Oh,
old tree,
damn.
we would have wanted to spec into it before running a city map, then unspec out of it before running anything else.
Jamandra.
With full allocation, we can have cool bonuses
Jamandra.
like these. Now, obviously, we still want to make sure that you have choices that define your in-game Atlas build. So many nodes in the Atlas tree are now multi-choice. Everyone will get the node, but which bonus you choose to use is up to you. Do you want your powerful boss maps to contain more essences, summoning circles, or rogue exiles? But there's also nodes that contain more unusual things. So for example, on this node you can choose. Do you want to give a chance for shrines to instead be given to the map boss in the area, making them more challenging, dropping
Mushroom.
special loot?
I was kind of hoping that we would have like mushroom
Would you rather give
looking
a chance
spells.
to be given a shrine buff before entering boss arenas, making for an easier fight?
Mushroom.
Now, I could probably nerd out about cool stuff in the tree all day, but we should probably get back to the fortress. Now, one of the really important
That
things
is
we wanted to do was make
crazy.
it so that all the boss fights in the endgame are now accessible with a quest line. That means that to fight the Arbiter of Ash for the first time, you don't need to get lucky by finding keys. They'll be in fixed locations and there's a quest to get them.
They love
the Arbiter
the
of Ash is
player
no longer the
base.
pinnacle of
They
Path of
love
Exile 2.
us.
For that, you'll need to travel into
They
the very
actually
center of the fortress.
care.
An incredible challenge awaits you should you choose to go there. After the storyline, you still unlock keys for pinnacle bosses in the usual way, exploring the world and finding the keys required to get to them. But we have added a lot more interesting things to find out there as well. There are now all sorts of mechanics that can spawn on maps in the wilderness. For example, some maps might spawn as a rogue exile hunting ground, containing
Oh, I
multiple
have the
rogue
wrong,
exiles who are there to hunt rare beasts. You might come upon them in the middle of a fight and be able to take out both of them.
Let me change that.
Or a map of champions that makes all the natural inhabitants of the area into magic monsters.
Don't look at that. Don't look at that.
Or this one that causes all shrines in the area to release as merry spirits when used. Once you have explored and found your keys, you can return to fight
Listen,
the
I
pinnacle
just
of the
came
fortress
back
again.
to streaming. Shut
But
up.
this version of him will be harder. And not only that, he will have new unique rewards as well.
New
Each
ascendancy
time you
is
fight
folly.
him, you get the ability to activate one section of the fortress. And any maps that you didn't finish there will be automatically completed, giving you all the Atlas points. So if you're the type of player who doesn't want to explore the fortress, and instead just race out into the infinite Atlas, you still have a way to get all those points. So that's the Origins of Divinity storyline. It's
The
a huge amount of new
origins.
content with a ton of new areas,
The oranges
5 new
of
bosses,
Divinity.
including a pinnacle, with a bunch of new unique items. But not only that, it also completely revamps the Atlas tree, and includes a ton of new map mechanics that you can find both inside and outside the fortress.
Rise
But this
of
is just one of the new storylines.
Ancients.
So let's talk about the next one now, Masters of the Atlas. Now earlier we talked about how the multi-choice nodes in the tree allow you to still have an
Okay,
in-game
I
Atlas
think I
build,
did it.
but we didn't think that was quite enough. You have an Ascendancy class for your passive tree, why not an Ascendancy class for your Atlas tree? Well, that's where the Masters of the Atlas come in. Throughout Rayclast are many opportunities for those with the skills to find them. Atlas Masters are willing to train you in these skills if you're able to help them in return. One such master is Jado, a member of the Order of the Jinn,
Jado.
an organization that secures powerful artifacts to prevent them from falling into the wrong hands. Jado will send you on missions to investigate strange occurrences on the Atlas and recover the artifacts causing them. And for each one you recover, he will gain more trust in you and teach you more ways of the Order of the Jinn. At level 1, you could choose to massively increase the chance for rare and unique chests, or make it so that all map bosses drop an additional unique item,
The chosen Che.
or make corrupted waystones have an additional modifier, but at the cost of making them send you to a totally unknown location.
Oh, I see new enemies, or at least, well,
Each mission
they
you
look
complete
kind
for
of new.
Jado will unlock another row of abilities and give you another point to
Or maybe
allocate,
they're from
letting you
the
choose how you
Temple
want to
of
specialize.
Filth.
But there are other masters too. For example, Hilda. Hilda is a member of a guild of monster hunters. She will send you on
Monster
missions to
hunter?
assassinate specific deadly creatures around Rayclast and harvest their parts. In exchange, she will teach you her monster hunting skills, like this one, which adds a 25% chance to upgrade any map boss to a powerful version. Or this one, which makes his Marian spirits no longer possess rare monsters, making them go for the unique bosses in the area instead.
What?
You might notice that
Wait.
many of the effects on these are both upsides and downsides. So Hilda, for example, can make it so that you only get one attempt when fighting pinnacle bosses. But in
Oh,
exchange for that,
ooh, that's
they
kinda
always drop 2
scary.
uniques.
Oh.
Because of that, we wanted it to be easy to swap between them depending on what you're doing. As you
Okay,
unlock
wait
each
a
master, they will
second.
appear on the side of the screen. Simply click whichever one you want to use to run the map, and all the bonuses you have selected for that master will be activated. This allows you to have a few different strategies that you can quickly pick between, depending on what you're running at the moment. Now, one thing that's been pretty obvious is that the endgame leagues we created when launching Early Access in 010 were not really up to the standard of the leagues we did since then. Fate of the Vaal and Rise of the Abyssal just have a lot more going on than Delirium or Expedition, for example. We wanted to do a serious upgrade to all of these mechanics before we do our 1.0 release. And so that's what we've done.
Yay!
All 4 of the leagues we launched in Early Access have been upgraded with not only new quest lines, but new mechanics, new crafting systems, new
Yay!
uniques, and new pinnacle bosses.
Oh, that's so
One of the really
exciting.
important changes we made to all the leagues is that you can now find them on the Atlas in specific locations.
Oh
and each one
my,
is a
they
quest
love
line that will
us.
lead
They
you there
actually
to
love
being
us.
able to complete the league, along with its Atlas tree and its pinnacle boss.
They care about
This
us.
is true even for the leagues that we didn't do major redesigns to. So let's use Abyss as an example. When you first encounter one in the endgame, you'll get a quest that leads you to the east, where you will find these mega abyss
West.
cracks in the earth leading away from the Well of Souls. All the maps along the cracks will contain abysses with special properties, and mapping along these cracks will close the Atlas scale abysses, giving you points for the Abyss Atlas tree. At the end of each Atlas abyss, you'll find an Abyssal Depths with the boss fight for one of the Abyssal factions, giving you a
Okay.
guaranteed way to fight them. And after completing all 3, you'll get a key for the Well of Souls.
Oh, this is how you
allowing
get
to fight Vessel of
the
Kulam.
Lich Ascendancy, isn't
This
it?
kind of thing makes an in-game league so much more friendly
The
for new
secret
players, giving people
ascendancy.
obvious goals and a guided experience to complete them. Alright, so let's talk about the first of the upgraded leagues, Delirium, and its new storyline, The Hare and the
Secret.
Raven. As you may remember, during Act 4 you were tricked
What if it's
into
like not
releasing
even
an
a
ancient
hair, like a
entity from
rabbit hair,
Karu
but it's
prison
actually just like a
known as
weave?
Tangmazu,
Like
the
someone's
Raven
weave on the
trickster.
floor?
Tangmazu delights in breaking the minds of those who
weave
step
and the
through his
raven.
mirrors. And when touching one, he will attempt to destroy your mind with twisted abominations generated from your worst fears. In Return of the Ancients,
Oh,
the first time you
he
approach
getting
one of his
crunk.
delirium encounters in the endgame, you will find Elder Maddox locked in a trance. His mind is trapped in one of Tangmazu's delusions, and you will need to free him.
I always
Once
loved
free,
Delirium,
Elder
but I
Maddox
feel like my
demands that
builds
as
are
you
never
cause this
that good
problem,
enough for
you should put it
Delirium.
right.
Because it's always
He asks
timed,
you to
right?
travel west to the Withered Willow, the location he believes that Tangmazu first gained his powers. But be careful. As you travel there, the Raven Trickster will attempt to break your mind. Each map around the Withered
Oh,
Willow
mind break.
features delirium encounters. Now,
All
this
right,
is more than a
I'm
simple quest
installing.
upgrade. The mechanic of delirium has been overhauled and expanded. At the bottom of the screen, there is now a bar that indicates how deep into delirium you are. You can see which direction leads deeper by looking at the fog, and the deeper you
Damn.
go, the more challenges you will face. By looking at the bar, you can see how long you have until the delirium ends. And you can also see special encounters that you will face if you're able to go
Is
deep
there a
enough
way
into the
to
fog.
increase the length of
At the end of the bar
Delirium?
is always the boss of the map, but we now have a variety of other encounters that you might find as you explore the horrors of your own mind. For example, you might encounter a purple mirror shard that when shattered will cause all the enemies
There's
to become
Atlas
more
notes
nightmarish.
for it.
After hitting this, you'll notice the delirium demons are enhanced, significantly more powerful, larger, and scarier in general, along with more rewards.
I want to
Or
see the
should you
new
encounter a red mirror
ascendancies.
shard,
I'm
you'll be
so
sent into the
curious.
depths of your mind.
I'm so curious. Curious.
And must escape it while fighting off hordes of your worst fears.
I'm so curious.
If you are able to do so, you'll
Holy
gain a powerful
Protector.
amulet with 2 instilled notables on it. Once you reach the Withered Willow, Elder Maddox
Owl.
discovers that a shard of the mirror is missing. You will need to track down Tangmazu and restore it
Alright,
if you
who
have a
took
hope
it?
of discovering how to defeat him. And that means entering the Raven Trickster's mirrors in an attempt to locate him. Each area around the Withered Willow contains delirium encounters, so that's a good place to start.
As you do deliriums, some of the special encounters will drop liquid emotions. Normally these emotions can be used to install amulets to add notable passive buffs to them, but in Return of the Ancients, emotions have a new function as well.
Wait, which ascendancy
Each
was
one
it
now has the
that
ability
allowed you
to
to
add
do
crafted mods to
add
jewels,
2
allowing
notable
you to add specific
passives?
mods to an item slot that can be quite difficult to roll. For example, Liquid Despair will allow you to add critical hit chance, while Liquid Suffering will allow you to add movement speed or Air of Effect to your jewels.
The
But there are
Ritualist?
many more. Once you've done enough delirium encounters, the location of a grand mirror, an entrance into Tangmazu's realm, is revealed. But it won't be that simple to enter. Using his powers, he reflects the map boss for a ridiculous empowered fight, then destroys the entrance into his realm of madness.
You might be right about the shaman being it, though.
In order to find him now,
I think the
you'll
shaman
need to let the
was.
insanity
Or
fully
no,
into your
was it the
mind.
oracle?
A strange fruit is left behind which you can consume to fully embrace the madness in an attempt to reach the Raven Trickster's realm. Consuming the fruit will cover an entire area of the Atlas and fog, and every map you do in the fog will get progressively harder and harder as you explore the deeper reaches of your mind. At some point you enter a new layer. A simulacrum of your memories, twisted and
Oh, nah.
perverted by the Raven Trickster.
Oh, nah.
Should you be able to complete the
I
simulacrum,
actually
Tangmazu
think
will
I
believe
did
that
this
you are
a couple
worthy of a true
times,
challenge,
but I never actually beat the boss at the
and will let
end.
you take the remaining shard of his mirror, allowing you to enter his realm of madness back at the Withered Willow. If you
Like the
dare to face
delirium
him, it will be a
thing?
fearsome challenge. So, that's the new storyline of Delirium. As you can see, it's not only a quest line, there are new mechanics, new crafting options, and new boss fights. But one question you might have is, what happens after? Well, once you've completed the story, grand mirrors will start appearing on the Atlas sometimes after
Grand
completing Delirium
mirror.
encounters. After doing the grand mirror, you can select where on the Atlas you want to do your fruit-induced drug trip and get another key to fight Tangmazu. But this time, the fight will
Okay.
be quite a bit harder. And not only that, the fight will be able to drop a bunch of
Ooh.
new uniques that were not available in the questline version. We'll show some of those later.
Oh, wow. Hear me
After
out.
doing a grand mirror, the decision of where to spread the fog can be important, because there are some potent emotions that only come from certain map bosses affected by Delirium this way.
Like all emotions, they can craft special mods onto jewels,
But these potent emotions can create mods that you can't get any other way. So for example, potent liquid melancholy is an emotion that can only come from human bosses, and allows you to add a variety of on-hit effects. Also, you might want to try instilling amulets with these emotions. They could have some interesting effects, with some powerful notables that do not normally exist on the tree. Like Storm's Rebuke, which makes armor break boost your cold and lightning damage.
Oh dang, that's pretty cool.
Also notables from a clearly deranged mind.
The way
like Calm's
before they
Blessing.
switched
This skill
the
allows you to
screen, it said
ancestrally
stun
boost fire
threshold, and I
spells
was like,
using a war cry. How about using an ancestral flame blast? Now, just like before, you can also upgrade the league by getting points for a dedicated Delirium Atlas tree. But this now works in a much better way and has much cooler effects. The maps in the Delirium area of the Atlas give you Delirium passive points for completing them, so it's easy to see how to progress. Some nodes will add new types of mirror shard encounters to your Deliriums. Like this one, which will pause the Delirium for some amount of time,
Omniphobia.
allowing you to more easily get to higher depths.
What does
Or
omniphobia
this one,
mean?
which adds extra
Like
Delirium
a fear of
modifiers to monsters when
everything?
you pick it up. There are also nodes that can add new types of drops, like this one, which modifies simulacrum encounters to add special liquid emotions, which can craft time-lost
The
jewels.
fear of Omni-Man.
And nodes that apply to the Atlas mechanics of the League, like this one, which causes the Grand Mirror to spread Delirium fog over
The
a
fear
larger
of
area
Omni
of the
Knight
Atlas,
because he's the
potentially
next
containing multiple
pinnacle boss.
simulacrums. All right,
And he's
so that's
defending
the
an
changes to
ancient.
Delirium. The core mechanic now includes a bunch of new things to find,
And then
new
he has
monsters to kill,
Aghanim Scepter
has
and he
new mechanics
ults,
on the
and then
Atlas.
he's
It also
defending
has
the
new
ancient
crafting
even
system
more
for
because you
jewels,
can't
and over
attack
20
it.
new unlockable notables for amulets. Not only that, we have a new pinnacle boss with a bunch of new unique items and a massively upgraded Atlas tree just for Delirium. But there's still a lot more to come, so let's talk about Breach next. When you first do a
Yeah,
breach in the
mind you,
endgame,
this is all
you'll find
free. This
Aleph,
is like a free
one of the Keepers of the
update.
Flame, an ancient order of monks dedicated to preventing the Hiveborn from entering the world. As you seem to be a keen slayer of demons, Aleph would like to recruit you to the order and asks that you travel to their monastery to the south. On the way there, you'll start to encounter more breaches, and will notice one of the first changes to the breach mechanic. You still have to kill monsters as fast as you can to keep the breach open, but now you can visibly see how much time you have left to keep it open, and how each kill extends its duration.
Well,
Once you've reached the monastery, you will learn more about the Keepers.
I wonder if I
In
can
the
ask
25 years since the events of
if
Keepers
they
of the
can
Flame and
provide
Path
some
of Exile
early
1,
access keys
the
I can
war with the
give to you
Hiveborn has
guys
not gone well, and they have managed to establish a
during
foothold in the
the
world
next
nearby.
time we play.
A gigantic area has fallen to the Scourge,
For
and
those
the
who are
Keepers are unable to get
interested.
inside. Inside the monastery is the Genesis Tree, a powerful asset to the war effort, stolen from the enemy and gifted to the Keepers by the Dreamer himself. Using the tree, Aleph could create a breach stone and penetrate the Hiveborn foothold, but without Hiveblood,
Ooh.
the tree has withered. To get Hiveblood, you will need to take advantage of another new mechanic of breach. If you can keep the otherworldly portal open for long enough, the breach will stabilize and will enter a new phase. The
I feel like
Hiveborn
they
will send
might
their
be up
toughest
to it because they
miscreations
like
to
gave me a
defeat you,
bunch of
and the breach will not close until you
like
can annihilate
chests
them.
to open
Drop in
on
Hiveblood that
stream.
you can use to restore the
And
Genesis
those
tree.
chests are expensive. They gave me like 10, and then they gave
In some
Mata 10,
cases,
but then
you may
Mata
even
didn't
attract
use it,
one
so
of
she
the
gave it to me,
deadliest
so I
foes
like
the Hiveborn
20.
can offer, a Marshal of Zesht. These monsters also drop womb gifts, and if you take these to the Genesis tree, they can be used to craft items to help you in the war against the Hiveborn.
The
Given that
Genesis
25 years have
tree.
passed since
It's
the
the
beginning of the war,
it's
the
the
tree has grown
pregnant
and
tree.
withered many times, but with each cycle it learns and expands its abilities. When you first open the Genesis tree, you will notice these holes into which you can place your womb gifts. Each womb gift can be used to create a different type of jewelry
the
and must be fertilized
Tregnant.
with hive blood. So for example, you can place this amulet womb gift into the tree and it will give birth to a random rare amulet.
Yep, giving birth.
But the Genesis tree is capable of much more. As you continue to feed the tree, its branches will regenerate.
Why does this
and allow
tree
you more and more
have
control over what kind of items it will birth.
the capabilities
So for example,
of giving birth?
this branch of the tree will allow you to control which base types of amulets can be birthed. And as you go deeper, it will even allow you to create new base types that you can't get anywhere else.
New base types? What do you mean by that?
Like this one, which gives you an entire
What?
spirit skill for free.
Or this one, which has a rune socket in it.
Wait, okay.
To the left and right are branches that will let you control which mods the amulet can get, including making sure that they're higher level, or controlling which specific mods that they will always have. With 15 points to allocate, you will have to choose wisely how you want to specialize your crafts, but it's worth noting that this tree doesn't have any cost to respecking it. You can enable or disable the nodes at any time by clicking on them.
Y'all ate.
On rings, we've also added some really interesting new crafting options as well. You have a bunch of new base types like these, but you also have entire new classes of mods that can be added.
Oh my
The
gosh.
right-hand branch of the ring tree adds an entire new set of caster mods to rings.
Caster mod.
From
what that
basics like
means.
extra elemental damage for spells, or more niche options like this mod that increases the rate you gain seals for Unleash. And on the left-hand side, you can unlock an entire new set of mods for minion characters. This stuff is actually pretty important
Mignon.
because casters
Filet
and minion
mignon.
builds didn't have as many slots with interesting item crafting compared to attack builds. The Genesis tree narrows that gap. There are also trees for belts and currency. I won't go over them too much here, but there are all sorts of goodies in these too, like being able to create new catalysts for jewels, or a belt that gives lightning damage.
Okay, I never
Once you've done enough breach
expected the
encounters, you may
update to
finally
be
get a
this
wound gift
massive
capable of
because they
birthing a
literally
breach
just
stone.
reworked everything.
And you can then use it on the Hiveborn incursion. Once used, the true extent of the Breach Demon's foothold becomes clear. They have not only transformed the land, but constructed huge sky hives as well. When you enter the outskirts of their realm, you will discover breach hives. Using the power of the Keepers of the Flame, these otherworldly structures can be burned away when walking through them. But for each one destroyed, more of the Hiveborn will attack when you attempt to purge the hive. These encounters are particularly
If I get
rewarding for wound
sponsored
gifts,
again,
so you'll want to do as
I'm
many
gonna
of
be
these
like,
as you can.
actually, I don't need the money. You
your
can
real
just give
goal
me
is
the
Sky Hive's
Maven
deeper
set
into the
from that
domain.
last Kirax vault that y'all did.
These twisted creations are securing the demon's entry into our world. Inside the very center are the Breach Lords Tool and Ash, and you will need to defeat them if you want to get rid of the foothold once and for all. Now, once you've completed the questline version, there is still more to do. You will find other breach domains on the Atlas randomly in your travels. For each one, you will need to find a breach stone, destroy the sky
No, I
hives,
didn't get the Maven one. I got the
and
old
defeat the Breach Lords.
like the edgy one.
And doing these encounters is what will give you access to fight Zesht, the existing Breach Pinnacle boss, which you can access by communing with the Dreamer himself inside the monastery. While completing the questline for Breach, you will also be gaining points for the Breach Atlas tree, and there are a lot of cool new options here. This node will cause Breach hives to spawn outside of the Hiveborn domains on the Atlas. And this one will give Aelith additional abilities that you can use while attacking a hive. Like this one, which causes all Hiveborn in the next wave to be magic, drastically increasing their difficulty in exchange for way more
shoot.
items. There are also nodes that allow you to control your rewards, like this one, which adds a set of new lineage supports to the Marshal of Zesht. Or this one, which lets you control which womb gifts you will get. There's also some nodes that affect the Genesis tree, like this one, which will cause Zesht to drop his head, which when returned to the Genesis tree, will grow a grasping orchid on the side of it. You'll have to experiment to find out what this thing
Ew,
is good for.
I don't
Putting
like the
rings
look
on its
of
fingers
that.
seems to make it happy.
Ew. What do you mean it makes
So
it
that's
happy?
a rundown of what you can expect from the new Breach questline. There's a new stabilization mechanic for breaches, hive encounters,
Hi, Greg.
and Hiveborn
Welcome.
incursions on the Atlas. But you also have a huge new crafting system and new bosses as well. Alright, so let's talk about the Rite of the Nameless storyline next.
When you first complete a ritual in the endgame, Aoife, a lost spirit, will appear.
Ooh, the
She
new
appears to
ritual
need your help,
rework.
but isn't able to communicate more than a few words, beckoning you to come to the Wildwood. Like the other leagues, Ritual now has a place on the Atlas to call home. The Wildwood can be found to the west. When you first arrive there, Aoife's spirit will guide you in, where you will discover that inside the
I
Wildwood,
really
spirits
enjoy
can take
that you don't
physical
have
form.
to, it's not randomized anymore. Like you actually
Aoife has been bound
have
to
a
this
set
place by the King
location
of
that
the
you
Mists,
can
and
go
requests that you
to.
free her. But in order to do so, you will need her body, currently in possession of the king. To reclaim it, you will need to gain an audience with him. Inside the Wildwood, there are many ritual encounters to complete. Like before, in each area, triggering rituals will resurrect the nearby bound monsters to attack you, and killing the monsters will give you tribute. In addition, each ritual you do in the area will add the monsters from the previous ritual, making the encounters much more challenging the more rituals you complete. Once you've completed them, spend your tribute to get items. Now, an important change to the rewards of Ritual is that all the items in the reward window are now
Mandragora.
uniques or omens, making this league's rewards much more valuable than before. In order to gain an audience with the Nameless King, you need to sacrifice tribute to him. Any remaining tribute you don't spend can be sacrificed this way to fill up this bar. Once you have enough tribute for an audience, return to the Wildwood to divine his location with the Nameless Shrine. His location will be revealed deeper in the Wildwood, and you will need to make your way to him, kill him, and get Aoife's body. Using her body, you can attempt to release her spirit, but this is when you learn about the true threat of the League. The Wildwood is built on top of an ancient prison. The King in the Mists didn't gain his power out of nowhere. He was granted it by an ancient being of darkness known as the Bodark, and the Nameless King's use of this power has been causing the prison to weaken. In order to prevent the Bodark from entering the world, a champion will need to enter its prison and beat him back, but those with a name are unable to survive there.
We need to beat him.
In order to do so, you will need to transfer your name to
Guys,
another.
I got this, don't
with a new
worry.
mechanic in the Ritual League, the Rite of the Nameless. The rite will begin in a nearby forest. At first, it appears to be a regular ritual encounter, but that will soon change. The final ritual of the area will include the map boss. And
No, he
defeating him
said
will give you
we.
a piece of the effigy
No,
onto which you will transfer your name.
I can solo him.
But the ritual is still not complete. Once the map boss is defeated, the Atlas will open, and you will need to pick another adjacent map to continue the ritual. During the rite, each adjacent map will have different rewards to tempt you. So for example, if you go in this direction, you gain significantly more tribute. But if you go in this direction, the uniques in the reward window will turn into currency instead. You can also sometimes get offered specific items that will be added as rewards. So in this case, you'll have to choose if you want to get 5 Chaos Orbs or a Mage Blood. A difficult decision, I'm sure.
5 Chaos Orbs or
as this is
5
one
orbs
continuous
of
ritual,
augmentation.
The encounters on the next map won't start from scratch. They contain all the monsters that were gathered from the rituals of the previous map as well, making them harder and harder. And that includes the map boss too. You will need to defeat both map bosses in the final encounter for your next effigy piece. And it still doesn't end there. Pick another map, another reward, and add another map boss to continue until the
what
ritual of
the?
the Nameless is complete. It will take 5 maps in all,
What?
and will be an incredible challenge.
1, 2, 3. That's 5 bosses at the same time.
But
What
once
is
complete,
happening?
You can return to the Wildwood to perform the final rite. Transfer your name to the effigy, adorn the crown of the Nameless King, and enter the prison.
Ooh. Oh, that's
Now,
so
of course, once the
cool.
pinnacle boss is complete, the league doesn't end there. As you do rituals on the Atlas, you can continue to give tribute to the King in the Mists for another audience. Pick another forest to begin the Rite of the Nameless once more, and this time with a harder pinnacle boss and new unique items to find. Of course, we've also significantly upgraded the Ritual Atlas tree. Get points by completing maps in the Wildwood, and you'll be able to unlock some pretty cool nodes. Some of them affect the Rite of the Nameless, like this one, which extends its duration. You thought fighting 5 map bosses at once was hard? How about 6? Or this one, which makes maps during the Rite have more reward mods, often having 2.
You know
also have
what they
nodes that
should
allow things to combine
they
with
should
other
make
content,
Twitch
like
drops.
this one, which gives a chance for rituals to be created
you
inside
watch
summoning circles, adding a random boss to the
10
ritual encounter.
hours of a Yuzu stream
There is even a node which
playing
adds a
Path
new
of
type of possible
Exile.
ritual, the audience with
You
the
get
Queen,
1 mirror
which
of
causes the bride
Kalandra
the king
as
to
a Twitch
sometimes
drop.
appear.
Okay, so that's ritual.
But let's have a look at what this means for endgame content as a whole for Path of Exile 2. When you include the expedition changes made by the League, we have a total of 5 new in-game storylines, each of which has a hub, crafting systems, areas to explore, NPCs, and a pinnacle boss as a capstone. Not to mention the Masters of the Atlas storyline as well. But more importantly, you now have immediate quests as soon as you arrive at the endgame, and goals with obvious progressions that you can see how to finish.
Thank you,
Each
Zafkiel.
in-game quest line has a progress bar that you can pop out from the side of the
Okay,
Atlas screen
I
at
actually
any time
enjoy that.
shows you
That's-
how far through you are, and buttons that will take you to the hubs
That's
for them.
super helpful.
Overall, it's just a way better in-game experience.
I love how
with a significant
streamlined
number of
it's
fun
gonna
objectives to
gonna be.
complete.
It's gonna be easy
But
for.
just in case you didn't have enough goals, we did have one
To
other
get
thing that
into
you
the
might
end
want to
game.
complete this league. These are called challenge leagues after all. Where are all the challenges? Well, players of Path of Exile 1 will be used to the fact that each league comes with a series of challenges that you can complete in order to prove that you are indeed the best. We haven't done these yet in Path of Exile 2, but it's time
Oh
to change
shit!
that. If
Wait,
you're able to complete them, you'll earn pieces of the Knight of Elder
you're
armor set.
lying.
Opening the challenge screen will show you a series of 8 challenges. After completing each one, anyone in chat or in the forums will be able to see your prowess.
Yes.
In addition, you'll get a statue to put in your hideout showing anyone you trade with how many challenges you've completed. You'll earn the first piece of the armor set after doing 2 challenges, and the full armor set after completing all 8. So that covers all the content you'll encounter in Return of the Ancients. But what about some new tools to fight against these new pinnacles with? Well, we also have some new Ascendancy classes
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
But to introduce them, I'll hand you guys back to Mark.
As Jonathan said, we have 2 new classes to show you today, the Spirit Walker and the Martial Artist. Let's start with the Huntress's new class, the Spirit Walker. The Spirit Walker has developed an affinity with the Asmerian animal spirits. She is able to infuse the power of multiple spirits at her
Oh
choosing.
my god.
On the bottom part of the
Oh my
class, you'll find
God.
paths for each wisp you would like to commune with, be they primal, vivid, or wild.
Stampede.
Each one can give you different abilities that align with the stag, owl, or bear. Each ability gives you a method to become
Ooh.
possessed by wisps of that type, and a new ability when you spend them. The stag allows you to summon stampedes when you attack.
Ooh.
The owl grants boons in the form of their feathers, which adds extra projectiles and enhances the projectile speed of your
What?
next skill.
Okay, wait,
And the
that's kind of
bear
huge.
simply summons a giant bear companion to your side.
Oh.
The bear will maul,
Ooh.
slam, leap, and do intimidating roars to debuff your enemies.
Wait.
Now you can specialize more into each of these wisps, but if you want to combine all 3 of them, then a new hidden power will be unlocked. The power of the sacred wisps.
What?
This node is free and enhances the quality of all 3 of your spirit animals. Your
Oh.
bear will take some of the damage you take and grant you life regeneration.
Wait.
Your stags will become more aggressive, leaping towards enemies. And your owl-empowered skills will leave a trail of soaring ground behind them.
Soaring
But that's not all.
ground.
The Spirit
Like
Walker
a
has other powers
damaging
beyond wisps,
Ground
such
effects.
as Idolatry, which can give you large bonuses for using idle socketables in your equipment. And this one, which is my absolute favorite. The Spirit Walker, having attuned herself with nature, can gain the ability to tame beast bosses,
What?
opening up a whole suite of very cool options for your build. Maybe you tame the mighty Silverfist in the jungle depths.
Oh my fucking god. Oh
Or maybe
my
a three-headed
god.
chimeral beast in the chimeral wetlands.
What? Take my money, but
Or then there's
Bot
a giant
and
frozen owl
bot.
beast, Rakar, the frozen tower.
yes.
There's so many choices. You're going to have to
Oh
experiment
my
a bunch with this
gosh.
one, and I'm very excited to see what bosses you all choose to have as your
The
trusted
Quinn
boss
Killer?
companion.
I'm literally I
Next up,
came.
we have the Monk's new Ascendancy class, the Martial Artist. After decades of training, he has mastered
okay,
3
so he's
of the
just sitting
7
there.
hollow techniques. Channeling hollow form technique
Oh.
allows the martial
Okay.
artist to create illusions of himself.
Wait, that's kinda
which
cool,
then
though.
use a skill of your choosing. Perfect for turning skills with less area of effect into
That's
ones
kinda
that can
cool,
obliterate
actually.
packs with ease.
The AFK gameplay.
Should you
why
find
is
yourself
that- He's
overly
a passenger
vulnerable while
princess.
channeling, you might want to take Way of the Mountain, which causes you to be covered in stone when you immobilize enemies. mitigating large amounts of damage.
Wait, this is kind of
This
cool.
can even enhance your attacks too. By hardening your weapon in stone, you can deal even more damage.
He did the
After
AFK build.
taking hollow focus technique, you can manifest your spiritual energy into objects. In this case, bells, which will appear around the martial artist and can be shattered by any of his attacks. Even ones from the hollow form technique earlier.
Okay. You know what?
Hollow
Both of these
resonance technique
ascendancies look
furthers
so
that
dang
by
good.
adding a manifested bell to your back, which rings each time you deal a critical strike, damaging all enemies around you.
A mobile bell.
Through all the martial artist's thorough training, he has mastered the flow of internal spiritual energy too, and has engraved runic tattoos around his meridians. By doing this, he can gain the benefit of extra runes. Just open your inventory and add the runes. There is one that counts as a helmet, 2 as a body armor, 1 as gloves, and
That's
1
in
as
his root
boots.
chakra. He's just shoving them beads up there.
Finally, your hands. The ultimate expression of a master of the martial arts. Taking way of the Stone Fist will cause your gloves to become a new base type when equipped.
Oh my
Each
gosh.
modifier on the original pair of gloves has an equivalent, more powerful, and more impactful modifier. For example, these gloves add some physical damage, cold damage, lightning damage, some resistances, and life gain on hit. Now, when I equip these, they become literal fists of stone, and not only grant me a bunch more evasion and energy shield, they now also grant a lot more damage, some maximum resistances, and a significantly higher amount of life gained on hitting enemies. With all the different rune combinations you could do, and the different modifiers on gloves,
Oh my god,
there's
the
a ton
AoE
of
on his
different build
attacks.
options, and we're looking forward to seeing what you
Wow.
can come up with. Now, with so many new bosses in Return of
Guys,
the
I don't know what
Ancients,
ascendancy
of
I
course
want
we
to try
have
out.
A huge number of unique rewards.
I kind of want to do the
There are some
AFK
pretty
build,
cool
but I
things
kind of
in
want
here,
to have
so we
a
wanted to show you a
boss
few of them.
minion.
Twisted Empyrean is a two-handed mace made from the purest of Verisium, combined with the beast's corruption. It converts all of your mace's skills fire damage to cold, and visually does so too, turning your volcanic
I like
fissures
that.
into glacial ones.
I do like that.
This mace also comes with its own
No
built-in
more,
skill,
no more bloom
Starborn
effect on
Onslaught.
my screen.
Using Glory, you can leap backwards, throwing your mace at the ground, creating Verisium fissures, before calling behind it a storm of cold metallic bolts from the stratosphere.
Whoa! that was maximum aura.
Next, we have Eventide Petals, an amulet that not only grants runic ward, but also comes with its own reservation skill, Midnight Zenith. This skill causes your critical hits to grant
Midnight
Arctic
Zenith.
petals that hover around you.
And then what? And then what? What
Once
does
you
it
have
do?
acquired enough of these petals, they will be consumed,
The petals?
creating a floral ice crystal near an enemy.
Wait a second.
Destroy that crystal to do devastating cold damage to everything around you.
Wait. But that's so
The
pretty.
Raven's Flock is a staff perfect for minion
Spiraling.
characters.
Oh,
Not only does it grant spirit reservation efficiency and minion
oh
damage,
my god.
it also allows your minions to inflict grueling madness on hit, slowing enemies and making all other slows on them more powerful for maximum crowd control. That's not where this item shines
Oh,
though.
it looks
grants
so
a skill
cool.
called Spiraling Conspiracy. This skill causes a flock of ravens to circle you, dealing damage over time to anything near them. Killing enemies, or just by standing near unique enemies, causes the flock to
It
grow,
looks so
getting
cool.
larger and larger. For your PoE 1 players, you can think of this just like a Raven Righteous Fire.
Oh my
That's
god.
not all, however.
Oh.
These ravens are also minions, so they fully scale with minion
The
damage
Righteous
and come with
Fire
their own
build
command
is
skill,
back.
Mad Flight. This command skill causes your flock to create a tunnel of deathly damage between a set of illusory mirrors, obliterating anything in between.
Oh my gosh. It looks so cool.
Horror's Flight is a pair of gloves instilled with the purest of fear. Equipping these causes your enemies to become terrified of you. These gloves cause you to gain stacks of fear incarnate when you cull enemies. To aid in your culling, these gloves also come with the skill Crushing Fear. This is similar to the monk skill Killing Palm, except it deals chaos damage And the amount
Guys,
of damage
I don't know
and
what
area
build I
effect scales
want.
drastically based on the power of the
I don't
enemy.
know what build I want to start with. What's my
As you
league
use
starter?
this,
What should
gain
I
your
what should
stacks
I
of
go?
Fear Incarnate, which increases your culling threshold, meaning enemies become easier and easier to cull, even to the point of being able to instantly kill some monsters from full life. Sylvan's effigy is a scepter for those wanting to
Sylvan.
run companions. It
Oh,
allows you to have any number of
interesting.
companions of different types, instead
the
of the normal
heck?
restriction of just one per type. But
Wait,
what makes
what?
this cool is the Asmerian wolf companion it comes with. This is a persistent minion that bites foes to maim them, leaps to cause bleeding, and even howls to buff nearby
Wait,
allies.
what?
Additionally, it comes with the command skill Eternal Hunt, which when used it will howl, calling on the spirits to manifest spectral
Okay,
wolves to
wait.
ambush all foes
Okay,
around.
wait.
Liminal Coil is a crazy wand. It allows you to apply as many curses as you please, but those curses will have no effect.
What?
What's the point then?
Okay.
2 reasons. Firstly, your spells gain a bunch of extra physical and chaos damage for each curse on enemies. Secondly, is the skill it grants called Coiling Bolts. This skill is a projectile
Coiling
spell
bolts.
that fires coiling physical and chaos projectiles with every cast.
That's cool.
What
That's
makes this skill
pretty
truly
simple.
special, though, is that it will split
Simple
and
but
chain
cool.
through every cursed enemy, causing an absolute ruckus. See for yourself. Periphery is a unique bow, which utilizes all powers of
Asmerian
the Asmerian
Swarm.
spirits by dealing damage of all elements.
Oh, interesting.
And all
Ooh, that
elements
bow
can
and
cause
arrow
all
looks
ailments.
so
The coolest
pretty.
thing about this bow, however, is the Asmerian Swarm skill. These are minions that are summoned when you kill enemies.
What?
They will pursue all nearby enemies, damaging them and inflicting
so
a debuff on them that boosts
pretty.
your elemental damage even further.
They're so
Watch as
pretty.
you mow enemies down, and the swarms of Asmerian wisps aid you, melting enemies one screen at a time.
They're so pretty. But I don't want to play a bow build. I don't want to
The
play.
Ordained is a new spear, mastering in physical and lightning damage. with high
Everyone,
critical
everyone
strike chance
goes.
too.
Everyone
This
goes
spear allows you to
bow.
leech life not only from physical damage, but lightning too. It also creates a fragment of divinity nearby periodically.
Interesting.
What are those? Well, this spear has the skill Righteous Descent, which is an
Oh.
epic, divine leap, aided by
Okay.
angelic wings.
I like
If
that.
you use the skill when a
I like
fragment
that.
of divinity is nearby, it will become empowered, dealing significantly more damage,
Ooh.
gaining massive area of effect, and bypassing its cooldown. When
I like
fighting a
that.
boss, let a bunch of the fragments spawn, and then just unleash your divine havoc, obliterating them.
I think the next class that's gonna come out is gonna be
Last,
Templar
but
for
not
sure.
least, we have a new unique jewel, Voices. Voices is simple. It consumes 1 jewel slot to add more. There are versions that add 2 jewel slots, 3 jewel slots, and for those who are absurdly lucky
What that?
or rich, one with 4 jewel slots.
what's voices.
Equip it and notice the slots appear next to your character's portrait in the center. One of the things we are concerned about is how long it takes for experienced players to replay through the game in each new league. As we
Oh my
learned
God.
from Path of
Oh
Exile
my God.
1, one of the things
Are
that
they
can
doing
really
it?
help is having elements in the campaign that tell you where to go,
oh.
if you know what to look for.
Oh.
We'll cover just one example per act for acts 1 to 3, but there are many more than just these. For example, Hunting Grounds in Act 1 is a large, sparse area, containing multiple entrances and landmark encounters.
Oh my God, they're doing it. They're doing
Here's an
it.
example of some of the changes we've made here. Finding the ritual encounter in this area isn't too difficult. Now, after completing it, a trail of locusts will lead to the entrance to Freethorn. Just follow it and find the source of the evil. You may also
They
find
did
corpses
it!
of dead animals, killed and pecked at by the
They
crowbell.
freaking did
You'll
it.
notice a trail of blood leading away from them. Follow the trail, and it will lead directly to the boss.
Oh, yes.
We even put a signpost on the road to tell you which way to go to find Ogham Village. In Act 2, in the Mastodon Badlands, you need to find the lightless caverns and track down
Oh,
the abyssal.
that was the worst. That
Now
was
to make
actually
this
the
quicker,
worst.
In the level, you'll find these cracks. Just follow them, and it will take you right to their lair, allowing you to find and unlock the Well of Souls.
That's crazy.
In Act 3, the jungle areas have camps of explorers to sell you items. However, they are now even more useful. By talking to the explorers, they will point towards the next area. Not only that, but it will also reveal it on the minimap, so you can know exactly where to go.
That is crazy.
These are just some examples. We plan to do more and more of these over time in order to
the
streamline
quality
the
of
experience.
life. The quality of life of everything that's
Now,
coming out this patch.
As this is an in-game expansion,
Holy.
it makes sense that we would work on Atlas QOL. We've added a search box that updates live as you type. Have a specific map you want to run? Now they will be much easier to find. If there are multiple maps, hitting enter will move you from map to map. Now, making a character build in Path of Exile 2 can be pretty complex. And instead of designing a build yourself, many players enjoy following online build guides. We have a pretty
I
awesome
actually still
community
haven't
that has
followed a
built
build
many
guide
tools
yet.
over
I've
the
always
years for
done it
designing
myself.
builds. But we wanted to improve the experience of following them. So, we are introducing a new build guide system directly into the game client.
What?
Here's how it works. Community creators who write build guides can now create a new file format.
What?
A build file. Once downloaded, the builds appear in the in-game client, and selecting one will show you everything you need to know to
That's
make
pretty
that build.
cool. Okay, that's pretty
So
cool.
you can see all the passives you need to allocate,
Wow.
ascendancy points you need to take,
I might
skill
actually
gems you
use
need
a
to
build
equip,
guide this time.
and recommendations for all the support gems you need to use as well.
Oh my god, that's actually so
For
goated.
items, the build designer can specify which uniques to use in each slot, or if needed, just add some notes to the item slot to say what kind of item you need. In fact, build creators can add notes to just about any of these areas, allowing them to explain different trade-offs in context, or just give more info about how these things should be used. They can also give level ranges to each element, allowing recommendations to change over time. Great for builds that need to respec after they reach a certain level.
Oh.
Now, all of this is written in a standardized build format that creators can use, and we imagine that a lot of community build tools will be updated to add support for this format. Now that we have trade market searching built into the in-game client, we have added the ability to price check items you can find more easily.
In-game?
Clicking an item will now search for it on the trade market.
You're
showing you the current
lying!
prices.
You're
For
fucking
rare
lying!
items, it's handy to exclude some mods. So we added the ability to enable and disable each mod so you can see what effect each one has on the price.
GGG loves us!
Next up, we're going to be talking about the new supporter packs for Return of the Ancients. Today, we're launching 2 new series of supporter packs, the Blood Reaver and Divinity packs.
Oh, the Divinity?
Each
Okay,
tier
okay,
contains the
okay.
pack's
Holy,
full face
holy
value in
theme.
points,
Holy
alongside
theme.
several exclusive microtransactions. As always, the microtransactions in these packs are purely cosmetic and do not affect your character's power or progression in any way. The Blood Reaver series of supporter packs contains
Oh my.
6 exclusive microtransactions.
I like the weapon effect
Let
though.
blood
That's really
fuel
nice.
your bloodshed. The Exsanguinator weapon effect draws the blood of enemies you've slain and
Oh, cool.
funnels it into your weapons. Turn the appearance of your endurance, frenzy, and power charges into orbiting globules of blood with the
Orb.
Blood Reaver charges.
Orb.
While your charges are active, these blood orbs will grow in size when you absorb more blood from nearby enemies.
Orb.
There are options to have pure blood charges, or charges that still display which kind of charge they
Oh,
are
that's
at their core.
nice. That's nice.
A taste for blood doesn't negate a taste for style. The Elite Blood Reaver armor features crimson leathers and golden accents to set yourself apart from uncivilized leeches. It also features a back attachment fashioned out of
The
the
back
wing of a colossal
attachment.
bat.
The back attachment.
Alongside every Blood Reaver is their trusted gargoyle pet. In true gargoyle fashion, they take the form of a stone statue when you are idle, leaping into action when you're on the move again. What good is immortality if you don't have a vast mansion to come home to at the end of the day?
Vast
The Eternal Blood Reaver
mansion.
supporter pack contains the Blood Reaver Manor Hideout. This exquisite two-story estate
Ooh,
features an
spoopy.
organ, a grand dining table,
Very spoopy.
and cages for your visitors.
Oh.
You can alter the walls to create as
Y'all,
many
when you enter
or
my
few
hideout
rooms
and
as
you actually
like.
get spawned inside one of the cages.
Last but not least, the Servant of the Manor, eternally bound to the Order of the Blood Reavers. This henchman will manage your store,
The
so you can
orb.
spend more time spilling blood.
Stop that. We won't disappoint you. But if we do,
The master's
you have permission to beat us
servant.
most violently.
The Divinity Pack series also contains 6 exclusive microtransactions.
Oh, she's pregnant.
Call on Divinity to aid you in eluding enemy hits with the Divinity Dodge Roll effect.
Oh, that's so cool.
As you sprint, actual divine lightning wings will form out of your back,
Okay, that's
leaving
pretty
a
cool.
trail of radiance as you engage or escape from combat. For situations that are too dicey, call on the gods
Yeah.
above to send down the Storm of Divinity portal to create a safe passage for you to retreat through.
I forget which portal I have. Oh, I have the banner portal.
Adorn yourself with the Knight of Divinity armor set, a highly revered attire only bestowed to those deemed worthy for the divine cause.
Oh, very Elden Ring.
Equipping the Divine Surge character effect
Shadow
empowers you
of the
with a storm of
Erdtree
divine
like
energy.
armor.
Using skills causes the storm to burst from your character, spilling raw divinity into the area around you. The Arbiter of Divinity wings are the final piece remaining to emphasize
Oh, that's
the
really
force
pretty.
Divinity has over this realm.
I
This
need a
ancient
back
precursor machine
attachment that
was
just
found
makes me
locked away in
float.
a highly guarded vault. Its original purpose is unclear, but it has been altered to fuel your maps using the pure, everlasting divinity within the statue.
Or like a belt
The pillars surrounding
cosmetic
represent
that
how
makes
many
me float,
portals you
so I
have
can
left
do
for your map.
any
This map
cosmetic
device
I want.
also tracks your progress as you complete the new Origins of Divinity storyline
Thank you,
added
Wes.
this expansion. Additionally, all microtransactions from the supporter packs will be made available for use in Path of Exile 1. On release weekend, we will also be releasing the Return of the Ancients mystery box,
Ooh,
which will
okay.
contain 2 armor sets,
Ooh.
a set of map devices for your in-game
There
adventures.
is one, it's the one with
a
many
new tracking
legs.
scroll
That's
that
not a
records
back
the amount of currency
attachment.
you've gained from the currency exchange or your shop.
The one with many
much
legs is
more,
the chest
like a
piece
set
that
of
makes
finisher
you
effects
float.
and affinity stashes.
Fake
That's not all,
PoE
however.
fan.
The Fragment Stash tab is finally coming to Path of Exile 2, and with it comes some tabception. Inside this one tab, there's a tab for your various boss key fragments. There's
Okay.
also a tab for all your precursor tablets,
Okay.
with each type of tablet
Oh, wow.
getting 6 tabs of storage.
That's crazy.
Finally, there's a tab for your Jin barriers and inscribed
Your
ultimatums,
Jin barrier.
both of which
Your
get
Jin
their own
barrier.
6 tabs.
Jamandra.
That's a lot of tabs.
So that's everything in 050. This is by far the biggest update we've ever made to PoE 1 or 2. New in-game storylines, pinnacle
I'm
bosses,
actually super hyped for this because everything feels
systems,
so
items,
quality of life improvement.
ascendancy classes, and so much more. Now, because this update contains so much in-game content, we're doing significantly more testing than usual. For that to happen, we're taking a little longer than usual between the announcement and the release. 050 will be released in 3 weeks on May the 29th, with the patch notes
Oh.
being released on the Friday before that, on May 21st. But there's just one more thing to talk about. Now that the endgame is up to scratch, we have to start talking about our plan for 1.0 release. The feedback
Oh.
we've had during early access has been critical for making all the improvements that we'll be making to the game. At the same time, we had to create enough in-game content to make an RPG that can call itself a successor to Path of Exile 1. Well, with 050, we now believe we have reached that point, and so this is going to be the last full-size league during early access. That's right, the next big update is going to be 1.0. Now, normally we would do our next big content release in August, but in the run-up to full release, our plans take a little longer on this one. As big as 050 is, 1.0 is even bigger. So we'll be launching 1.0 this year sometime after Exile. But that doesn't mean we won't be doing updates in the meantime. In this final phase, we have a lot of things to polish throughout the game and balance to improve. I'm
This
sure there'll also
year?
be feedback about the new endgame that we need to incorporate too. The difference is that the focus is not going to be on adding more content like the previous updates, it's going to be on improving what we already have. But we still want to encourage people to try out all the balance changes and improvements that we're making. so we're going to be running a few event leagues during this phase alongside each update. Think remixes of existing mechanics or features. And speaking of ExileCon, don't forget to pencil it in
Where
on the
is
weekend of November the
ExileCon?
7th
Is that
New Zealand.
in New Zealand?
ExileCon
Oh,
is
it
a
is New
gathering of our
Zealand.
players,
Okay.
and a chance for us to showcase everything we'll be working on for both Path of Exile 1 and 2. And this one will be particularly important for us, since we finally get to unveil some of the coolest content that we've been working on for a while now with Act 5 and 6. Tickets for the in-person event are currently sold out, but don't worry. All the announcements and talks are going to be streamed online.
Already sold out.
Now, I'm personally so excited for this. This is the year that PoE 2 comes out. The campaign is finally finished. It's been 8 years to get here, but we're finally near the finish line. And with that, it's time to move on to our live Q&A.
When is TennoCon? Do y'all know? Do y'all know when TennoCon is? What if the way they're like, yeah, actually, Path of Exile Con, our tickets are on sale right now, and then like 5 seconds later, it's like, actually, it just sold out. Also sold out. Goodbye. Goodbye. It's so over.
Good to sit down for a nice long Q&A once again today. We just had a teaser for Return of the Ancients expansion and its complete overhaul to just
I saw that
every
the
single
Steam
thing in the
controller
end game,
was
complete endgame
like,
overhaul. The Runes of Aldor League.
how much was the Steam controller? It was like it was $99, right?
Things in it. It kinda keeps
And then
going.
scalpers are selling it for
Got, like,
$250.
skills that work across weapons, the extra looking ascendancies, and some insane uniques and all that sort of stuff. But honestly, it's kind of easy to talk about what's not part of 0.5. So with that very elegant segue, let's do that
Yep,
first.
and it's gone.
So
And it's over.
Some people definitely had an
Yep.
expectation or a hope that there was going to be a new class.
The controller looks so good. I would totally get one, but
Unfortunately, it's just
not
the
for
case that new class is
$250.
Something that takes longer than a single cycle. So yeah, it was never going to be on the cards for 050, unfortunately. But
So it wasn't even that it was moved in this game.
no, it just wasn't.
Oh,
it
Aethel
just
has
isn't
one?
something that we can
Must
do
be
in that short
nice.
time, so it's going to have to be the next one before we're able to get.
They're re-releasing tomorrow with one per account. Oh, nice.
Exactly. So it's kind of funny seeing everyone like this. Like probably the mistake we made was having a sword in the teaser for the breach stuff.
I thought it was a fishing rod.
yeah. So
Limo got one too. Is it compatible with like everything? Like it's already
You keep raising the bar on yourself as far as class design is concerned.
And it's not like we're not working on it in the background, right?
like
it
it's
is
already
definitely
yeah, I've been seeing them.
like mapped out for like any
We're still
game.
People from New Zealand, like swords, they're advanced technology.
Oh,
that
shit.
we haven't
Right,
got
okay,
them
yeah,
yet,
so
so,
we just don't understand.
we're just gonna learn how they work.
Just
You know,
about to get on the map, aren't you?
there's like a straight line. There's like some metal. These are complex things.
Lots
you
of-
know?
lots
I'm crying. They're talking about the sword.
But,
They refuse to release the sword.
Kind of what your plans are in that
They're like, actually, we determined that Path of Exile 2, the swords are very highly anticipated, a little too anticipated.
from
So we decided to remove it.
You know, in the lead up to ExileCon in terms of that. Are you hoping to get like all of the classes in the game, just one or two more or something like
Well, so I think that what the main focus is going between 050 and 1.0 is going to be more about like improving what we have, like polishing everything. And 1.0 is where you're going to get the like the big new content update.
How many
That's gonna
more
include the,
classes do we
it's gonna
have to
include,
be
like,
released?
class stuff. It's going to include like all that sort of thing. Because really, ultimately,
The
main goal
Templar
of, what
and
like,
the
of early access is,
what's
like,
the
make sure that all
trapper
systems that we have in
one?
the game are good, right? So we need to make sure the end
The
game is good. We need to
duelist.
make sure that all of the like the skills, just the way that combat is good, and like all the various things, like like even stuff that isn't good yet, like ascendancy trials, right?
Marauder.
Need to do before 1.0 to get
I'm
good.
curious because we
So, like,
have
that's kind of, so long as we can get that stuff, then I think people trust that we know how to
7 more
progress,
months
and
for
act
4
on
more
this progress, right?
classes.
Like, so that isn't exactly something we need to test per se, so really what we need to do now is like assuming that people are happy with the end game that we've released in 050, that will mean that we've kind of checked all the boxes of stuff that we need to know, and yeah, there's still stuff that we need to improve, and like that'll happen between 050 and 1.0.
He said no more new
that's the main thing
classes
we need to be
before
sure of. And then once we've got
1.0.
that, it's like now we
I'm
can get,
jumping.
the big update, the ridiculous update that is 1.0 ready.
And I heard you mentioning that recently as well, that you don't feel like you really need to get the last acts in for testing. Cause
No, I mean,
I'm
like,
jumping.
We know how to do that. It's one of those things that like look, people saw in before, like we know what we're doing when it comes to that stuff. It's just
the plan's obviously to get like those last acts in, then finish the story and have all that come out at launch.
in
to be
1.0
that
exactly, and look,
exciting
that'll be the launch. Yeah.
conclusion to the
Okay, so
story.
all of
Yeah,
the acts will come out
So you
in
have done
1.0.
One extremely gigantic update here for Endgame. And it seems like you've done a lot all-in-one expansion.
Yeah.
And you've got this plan to like kind of do a little bit of like some other stuff in the interim. So why did you go for this route of trying to do so much all in one instead of spreading it out over, say, a couple of expansions?
So in retrospect, maybe we should have spread it out, but honestly, the reason is because we wanted to actually make it so that like we wanted to deliver a patch where like this is what we expect the end game to be. Like this is the template for what leagues look like.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. They all did it all at once.
If we'd just done a couple of them, it wouldn't have really got that across. Like it needs to be like, once again, this is what end game is, you know. And it really.
I think it gives more time for feedback too.
Like a world that you can explore. You know, that there's things everywhere and that kind of stuff that we'd wanted for. And the other thing as well is there were just like a few things about the current end game, right? It just didn't really give you goals in the right way. Like you get to end game, you don't know what the hell to do. And players just leave right there. You know, there needs to be the case that when you get there, like there's objectives, there's things. It feels like there's actually a storyline there. This kind of stuff in order to entice players to actually go further than the campaign and actually get into end game. So
oh my god, they love us. They love us.
Leagues at the same time, it just wouldn't really have kind of gotten across what we're really going for there.
And it sounds like the plan now is to be able to focus on a little bit more polish in the lead up to ExileCon as well.
So yeah, I mean, we plan to have some more leagues, but they won't be like content, like mega expansion type leagues. Like it's more like kind of like the 1 month event type things that we've done. And that's really just because we want to be able to, we still don't want to do mid-league nerfs. And so to be able to do all the balance changes we want to do, because there's a huge amount of balance still to do. You know, in order to do all that stuff, you still need to have an economy reset.
Remember guys, you have to choose a build that's not completely popular or really strong, because then it'll get nerfed mid-patch and then you will not like that build anymore. So choose one that's not popular.
Like way more than what you need in PoE1 in terms of being like to reach the standard.
Unless you want to go play with a bow, then they love bow users and they don't ever touch bow users. So you could do that.
Now in 1.0. But yeah, like it isn't going to be the kind of like, you know, mega content
or play minions and get nerfed anyways.
We have a lot to dive into as far as endgame.
No matter what.
While people watching live, get your questions in the chat for all of that. In the meantime, I want to ask you folks about the new league, the Runes of Aldur, which this is like an expedition rework, but it's also its own separate league. This encountering remnants, uncovering these runes throughout this storyline in the campaign, and then into endgame. And I was like, really like, it's a lot. There's a lot of like crafting and items and reward types and systems and stuff going on.
Crafting.
In fact, Jonathan, you showed me this rather unhinged looking spreadsheet. Like, I was like, oh, so these are just like random rewards or something. But then you showed me this spreadsheet, like that's like the recipes of all the how different runes combine together to make different things.
Yeah. We probably put.
What are you guys gonna do? The new ascendancies, or are y'all interested in any of the new ascendancy?
You know, creating that, like, you know, that's just something that, like, the recipes have a lot more structure.
I feel like I'm more interested in the spirit one.
C list pick for item, you know, like that's something I really think about.
But the AFK martial artist sounds really,
go to what recipes and
really aura farmy.
One way to look at this is this league has the most spreadsheets we've ever made. Like
that's a title line, right?
The other day I was looking through all the. We have this gig. It's called like Verisium crafting or something.
Yeah.
I was looking through all the tabs, and I was like, I was on like the 60th tab, and I was like, the heck is this? I was reading all this stuff, and it said like Mark's ideas, and I was like, I don't remember coming up with any of this. I did. There's just like pages and pages and pages of crafts and stats, and just like honestly, I've lost the plot a little bit with respect to how many like different things we've made, and like it's honestly just been crazy.
Idea writing.
Some of the rune stuff is like also super bizarre. Like, okay, what's like? I don't even really understand that rune that's got to do with uniques. Like, what's going on with that?
It's called Olroth's Legacy. And it's a rune that you can place in Izamite and Kalgurin uniques to destroy the unique, and it takes one of the mods off of it and creates a unique rune.
What?
With a slightly modified value sometimes.
Wait, what?
And then you can put that in the same item class of a
I don't even know about this system.
You can put a unique. You destroy a unique, put it on a rune, and then put it on another item,
like, what kind of crazy
and you have that unique effect.
Have like that would be different than the stuff that's going on in Rayclast. And so,
Girl, not even the devs even know what they made.
Like this star metal that they have Verisium, and then they like, you know, like the you know, words give it power and so on. So we're just kind of thinking, we're using that as inspiration for all the different crafting things you have.
Blue shapes.
Yeah, all the blue runic shapes and everything. So it was just
They're like runes
yeah,
happy.
definitely. So there's so many crafting
Uniques
things.
happy.
There's even more crafting stuff we have. Like, there were entire crafting benches that we have designed.
Wait, so I wonder if you could put a unique rune that has a unique effect that it took from a unique and then put it on another unique, and then you have 2 unique effects, and you make a completely unique item
thing, and then it changes the unique
of
and it
2
has a
uniques.
modifier, but now you've also got a rune that steals modifiers off uniques as well.
That's crazy.
Why not?
I wonder if it's like any unique, or is it limited?
Seems to be a running theme. I keep saying this to you,
Because that will open up so many builds.
Why do you make it so you have to from now on you always have to look at all the modifiers on gloves?
100%. So yeah, because of that monk ascendancy, now every unique we ever make that's a glove unique, we have
Headhunter mod on any other unique would be broken. Well, I'm sure it's like at 30% efficacy or efficiency or whatever the heck. I'm sure it's not super strong.
Wow. So does that apply to the ones that come from uniques like that?
TBD. We're going to try. Yes, we are going to try to do it. Yes, but the idea is all of them will work. Yes.
So that's like there's some really unusual ones too, because there's runes that are designed to just be put into an item to metacraft and then be replaced. Right?
I'm really proud of that one actually, because I really like the way that it's like doing metacrafting in a more understandable way, I reckon, than what PoE1 had. So you put the item in, you can start rolling different mods.
I'm just like a huge PoE2 person.
I guess there's going to be maybe some process where you
it's
put
just
one of those
I
in,
love
do a
how
craft, and then put another one in and do another craft.
how easy it is to get into,
We got like
but still complex enough to be
like a berserking themed one for helmet. There's like a kind of
sucked into it deep.
damage over time one for gloves, and there's a few others there. So we've kind of tried to theme them as well.
Yeah, that's like even a different thing to what we've had in the past with meta mods. Like that's not just shaping how we access the current modifiers, but rather new modifier pools entirely getting added to items.
I mean, we also have that new modifier pool thing going on with Breach as well, where with the new minion set of mods and the new caster set of mods on rings and stuff like that.
The unique seemed really cool too. I want to try the Raven one, the Raven staff.
Every league needs to have something.
Or the companion wand.
If you want to grind
that sounds pretty awesome.
Reward that like you can keep on that keeps on giving, if you know what I mean. But there's like a reason to keep on doing this, like economically. So therefore, every league has to have some kind of crafting system that you can engage with for a very long period of time. And like we didn't quite have that for like some of the leagues sort of had.
My righteous fire build in PoE2. My righteous ravens.
So that, just a reason to keep going.
Yeah, people can absolutely find like a niche, a thing, a service they provide the community.
Righteous raven build.
Especially the breach tree, getting real deep cuts on some of those things that you can do there, and now with the runes and everything as well. So for the back to the runes of Eldor, you're not actually needing to like find those runes that you're inscribing on those encounters.
Can I use all my cosmetics in PoE2 yet? Probably not. But they do add compatibility with each patch that they do.
Then like all the recipes
but
that relate to that rune will be displayed, except for that there's
by
a few
like small
hidden ones that
amounts.
you have to do some quests to get. So there's some more quests throughout the campaign, and also some stuff in in-game that you can do to unlock a few more recipes.
Yeah, you don't have to like physically like cart these sorts
righteous
of things.
fiddlesticks build.
So effectively, like you're just picking from the book every time. So like if you want to just look at this as like walk up to the object, there's some recipes, just pick which item you want. That's effectively how you can engage with it. But thematically, there's kind of more stuff going on with the way that the recipes form and what we decide to put and stuff.
So you showed that these remnants, then this new remnant system, obviously it shares the name with remnants from expeditions themselves, and in endgame it actually
remnants.
Remnants. So
Remnancy.
still finding these standalone remnants from the league mechanic, like in maps as well as expeditions.
Correct. So yeah, every area there'll be a remnant, and you do the sort of standalone remnant mechanic. But then when you do expeditions, all the what used to be called remnants there have been replaced by these remnants, which serve a similar purpose because they both give you an extra reward, but also make the monsters harder. And even just making the monsters harder in itself, by the way, does add more rarity to the monsters. So like the more runes that you are adding to the fight, the more rewards you're going to get. So it's worth doing even aside from the reward that you're picking. There's still like extra juice that you're adding to the monsters as well.
We've effectively got a more unified monster mod system now, and so anytime we're pretty much adding mods to monsters, be it
Monter.
and even updated delirium mods to apply to the same system. They all go through the same. They all add. There's like a rarity, XP, life, etc. columns, and so we're just trying to make sure that
Monter.
you know, whereas before it's like system over here, system over here, system over here. They're different reward axes, and we're just trying to make sure it's all difficulty equals reward.
Right, and that's the key thing. Like, we always want to make sure that whatever
Can't wait for
difficulty we're
Yuzu
adding, we're
calling
always
for
adding
parties
rewards
to
in
beat up
kind.
bosses
And,
again.
a lot of the stuff in
I
PO2,
only
it's been
called
quite hard to balance it,
for
but it's one of those things that, you know, if you
parties
get it right, then it feels
because I
surprising.
was
If it
carrying
doesn't,
you
you kind of
guys
know why
through
things feel
the
off and, like, why things is, like, this thing's
through
too hard
pinnacle
and that kind of stuff.
bosses.
Yeah,
Because
so,
I felt
no,
bad that you guys were
actually, so
struggling.
each of these runes has its own different modifiers that
Yeah.
it does to make monsters harder. Is that something you can kind of engage with? You're like choosing the recipes.
So when you're choosing the recipe, you're also choosing what
I
mods
felt
effectively
bad that
go
you
up,
guys
because each
didn't
rune that
really
you're
have a good
describing,
build so that you
effectively
couldn't
comes with,
actually
like, you know,
beat
the thing
pinnacle
that the monster's
bosses
gonna
by
do.
yourself, so
there
I
are
ended up
different situations
helping.
where you might want to decide to like pick something easier because you don't particularly like this mechanic, whatever, but it means you're missing out on whatever item is in that recipe. So yeah, like
Thorium is the
goal
one
there is that
carrying.
like,
No,
the
well,
rarer the item, the harder
he.
the runes are that-
Well,
that
I
you get
give
the
him
modifiers that will be added to
all
the
of his
monsters.
items,
There's some pretty like in expeditions.
all of the good
and,
items. So
what we're
I
not
make
calling
it
grand
makes him look
expeditions,
good.
'cause
I make one of the
as what
lamp
people
champs look
knew as
good.
logbooks
The
before.
logbook is the
Yeah, the logbook is now is exploring the ocean. So,
yeah, it's actually a nice thing. Yeah.
You get the cool things where, okay, let's say there's like 12 remnants and you want to get them all in the detonation chain. Each remnant you do the fight.
So we
and
should get rid of the
one those
Yuzu
runes is
charity
passed
tab and
on to
change
be
it to a
additive
chat.
with the next.
It's
So
not
it
a
doesn't-
charity
so
tab.
effectively, the
It's
monsters
a
have the mods of the remnant, and then
it's
all of the
a
next
tribute
remnant's monsters have
tab.
one of those runes
You have to
as well
pay
as all the ones they
tribute
had.
and
So every
the
remnant's
moth
harder than the next,
tax
getting more and more and
by
more
putting
mobs, and you
things
can
in that
imagine when you
tab
go
that
down
is
12,
useful to
you
me.
know, you can have technically up to
The
22
borrowing
extra mobs,
forever tab.
which you'll know is the reason why we don't display a whole bunch of lines of text on it, and we instead have the bar of actual runic symbols.
So you can make that or something, can you? Like,
It's
you
the
need to be
moth
able to
tariff.
right now.
There's
Alrighty, Elon's maps.
There's this thing that we'll do later, which is this pause rework. I'm gonna just spoil it now, 'cause it's like
Yuzu's
one of those things that we're
maps.
gonna- but effectively,
Thank you,
the
Shadow.
intention
Thank you for the
freaking ages has
5.
been, we
Thank you
haven't
so
had time to do it,
much.
that when you pause the game, you can mouse over all
A
of the
fiver.
different things and like find out information about them.
Absolute fiver.
So the intention would be to like be able to expand all of that stuff, like so look at all buffs and explore like what exact stats they give and that kind of stuff. If you want to do that, we've just been planning on doing it for ages, but
fantastic, yeah.
we didn't get around to it. But
I've been really keen on that.
yeah.
Do know
All
when,
right.
the runes
I
do
think
say
the
what they do
sponsor's
on the
been
remnant,
over. I
and
just
the
wanted to
one
hear them
that
talk
moves
for a
on to
bit.
the next remnant has an extra icon
But I
above
would
it.
like to
It's
start
fascinating
our
all of them, 'cause
playthrough
obviously
on
each remnant has a lot of modifiers.
The Walking Dead.
So let's
That's
say
gonna be
you're,
really fun.
you know,
Get ready to
five
cry.
runes.
Yeah.
I don't know how
above it,
scary of a game it is, but it is a zombie game and more of a story-based game. But I'm excited. I heard great things about it. And we finally will be playing it for the
but
first
then
time
so
ever. This is my
order of them
first
kinda
time
matters as well,
trying it out.
Like, okay, let's say you're obviously each remnant gives a reward. There's a little bit of a more, you know, if you're a juicer.
Yeah, the Telltale Walking Dead. We're gonna be playing that today. I've never played it before, but I always hear good things about it, and I think it's finally time. We should do it.